Hey guys, Kruznik X back. We just frickin' lost a connection there for some reason. Uh,
Hi.
and I'm still with Lady Darkfire, of course, so let's just continue.
For there is but one way to restore the balance and save our home. The Ardor. Calamitous destruction with the power to break down the barriers between planes and see our worlds rejoined.
You listen? Maybe you'll find out.
You would doom our world to save your own? What would even become of us? Of you?
Enough. I tire of talking. You know our cause. You know what is at stake. We are prepared to do whatever it takes. Are you?
He's gonna keep doing that fucking skill. Okay, who the fuck is this guy? Seriously.
Is that a teleporter?
If there is aught you would say it. Otherwise, be gone. You have no friends here.
Yeah, that was a teleport. But to where? Who knows? Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyways. Oh. All things considered, we should be grateful to have survived that encounter. Do you think it could be true? That to save their world, they must bring ruin to ours? No. No, it matters not. Such wanton destruction is beyond justification. Whatever their reasons, they must be stopped. The sacrifice, the loss, it ends here. Forgive me, this is neither the time nor the place for idle introspection. The knights can apprise Lord Edmond of our suggests, and we the Lord Commander. More importantly, I should like to see if my sister's condition has improved. You may take a moment for yourself if you wish. I will be at the congregation. Alright, let's get out of here. Good to be back out. At least I didn't die, but the dragon was squishy. Hey, we just ran into Yui. And there she goes. Let's speak with Emmerich, who is... Oh, back in his Lord Commander outfit. Thank you. It brings me joy to see you safely return to us, Chris. What news from Zelpatol? Then we were not too late. On behalf of Ishgard, I offer you my deepest thanks. As for we who remain behind, Mistress Y'shtola has been tending to Mistress Alisaie in your absence, and I am pleased to report she has regained consciousness. I imagine you have many questions, especially given your recent encounter with the Warriors of Darkness. I know I do. Come, let me show you to her room. Do not worry, her condition is much improved. She is a resilient one, much like her brother. Voiceovers? 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 Voiceovers?
Alisaie, how are you feeling?
Thank you.
Well enough, brother. Thanks to the kindness of our hosts. When they told me you had departed for Zelpatol, I found that I could rest. The outcome seemed a mere formality, as did your safe return. Thank you, my friend.
I take it your mission was a success.
Somewhat. We did have a run-in with the Warriors of Darkness, though, so...
As if we needed any further confirmation that they are in league with the Ascians. But to save another world? I think not.
I too thought his story fanciful at first. But it is possible there may be a kernel of truth in all of this. At the very least, none of his claims contradict the word's account.
You were following these people, Alisaie. Why?
During my travels, I had oft enjoyed tales of the Scions and their exploits. But after a time, I began to hear whispers of a gifted and theretofore unknown band of adventurers. Adventurers who had supposedly sworn to travel the realm slaying primals in the Scion's stead.
The Warriors of Darkness. And in the course of investigating these rumors, you stumbled upon the Ascians' involvement.
Yes, exactly.
Forgive me, but if these Warriors of Darkness mean to bring about another calamity, to what end do they hunt primals?
To prompt an escalation. To deepen the Beast Tribe's feelings of helplessness and despair, and thereby drive them to summon ever more powerful gods. And lest we forget, these events do not occur in isolation. With their patron deities being slain left and right, the news of man's victory over Nidhogg must surely have sown panic in the minds of the Beastmen. 'Tis no wonder they wish to defend themselves.
Power answered with greater power. Death with more death. A vicious cycle fueled by fear and hatred. I know it's like all too well.
Indeed. The Ascians sow discord and desperation, and the Warriors of Darkness reap the harvest. And so it continues.
That's Alisaie. That's Emmerich. That's the Lord Commander of Ishgard.
Yet that is not the extent of their ambitions. The Ascian himself observed that once the powerless realize that the old gods have failed them, they will have little recourse but to look to a new one.
We cannot let that happen.
It should come as no surprise, but Alisaie and I have uncovered evidence that the Ascians have been manipulating certain parties to ensure that a constant stream of crystals flows into the hands of the Beast Tribes. If we sever these supply lines, we should at least be able to slow the escalation.
Agreed. Kral and I shall journey to Zelfatol and learn what we can of the Ixal's source.
Then I, for my part, pledge to lead a similar investigation into the origin of the Nath supply.
Sir Emmerich?
As a member of the Eorzean Alliance, Ishgard is honor-bound to play an active role in maintaining the security of the realm. You might also say that I have some personal motivation, given the Ascians' dealings with my father. However, I make no secret of the fact that my knowledge of primal beings is scant at best. As such, I should be most grateful if one of your order were to assist me.
Allow me, Sir Emmerich. I have dealt with the Nath before.
Let us consult with Orianja then. Given his dedication to the study of primal beings, I should be surprised if he could not tell us something of value.
Allow me to accompany you, brother. And before you think to refuse, know that I am not the girl I once was. I shall not be a burden. You have my word.
But Alisaie, you... You are more than welcome. After all, it was you who set us upon this path.
Wait a minute. I'm afraid I can't allow you to leave just yet. Not until you try on the new outfit I prepared for you.
Let me guess, it looks just like Alfie knows. Watch it look just like Alfie knows. Watch, it's gonna look just like Alfie knows. Voiceovers? Voiceovers? No. To think that the three of us To think that the three of us plumbed the depths of the coils and confronted Bahamut himself. Had I not been there, I would struggle to believe it. Shortly after we parted ways, I heard that she had taken to the road on her own, apparently on a journey of self-discovery. Precisely where to, I never learned, though I suspect that was by design. So she enjoyed hearing tales of our exploits, did she? My apologies for keeping you waiting. Well, somewhat similar yet slightly different. Now we can actually tell them apart. Right then, shall I be off? Tataru never ceases to impress, though for a moment I feared she might furnish you with an identical outfit. Praise the 12 that she did not. Mother and father were rather too fond of making us wear matching clothes. Do you remember the time at the studio when that girl of yours crept up behind me in the hall and whispered, "Sister, please, she was not like..." Can we not have this conversation in front of the warrior of light? He's embarrassed.
I want to know what she said.
I know, me too. So be it. Another time, perhaps. It's like Kryl and Alisaie are like colluding. To be honest, Chris, I wasn't planning on seeking you out just yet. When I set forth on my journey, I did so with grand ambitions. As you may recall, I promised that I would not disappoint you. I pray you will forgive me if I do.
Are you gonna be nice or are you gonna be nice?
I've been meaning to ask about the carriage. I'm kidding. I'm gonna say welcome to the fight. No, new garments aside, I must say you seem different, more resolute than when we last met. You have the look of a woman who is ready to fight for the future of Eorzea. To the extent of my abilities, perhaps, but I have no delusions of grandeur, nor will I pretend to have found myself or any such thing. I am here today because I would regret it if I weren't. That is all. Fair enough. Let us depart for the Waking Sands then, and see if Urianger can be of assistance. You mean we couldn't just fucking summon him here to Ishgard? That shady motherfucker. Urianger's a shady motherfucker. And I stand by it. You'll see him in a second.
Why wouldn't you just use your own map?
'Cause I'm lazy. And I don't feel like turning for like a minute. Besides, I've got 200,000 gil in my pocket.
Yeah, but your Sky Captain coat thing is 600,000 gil, buddy.
And you suddenly assume that I care? I'm thinking of getting back into crafting.
I'm not a bongo.
Alright, let's see what Oriange has to say.
So who's leading the Scions now?
Alfino now.
Helia's dad, right?
Not technically. I'll explain it to you some other time. I don't feel like explaining it right about now. Oh, and you'll also notice I made a change to the UI, but we'll talk about that later. Oriange, apologies for calling upon you unannounced. Why, Master Alfino, would that the scholar had seen fit to grant me knowledge of thy coming. What bringeth thee and thine here to this day? The warriors of darkness have